Sight is one of the most important senses of the human body. It enables us to see what is around us and identify an object for the other senses to utilize. Matthew 6, verses 22 and 23 reads, "The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. But if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness?" You are not supposed to allow evil things to come before your eye or choose to perceive anything in a way that would be tempting or sinful. It would be best if you were careful what you watch and place in front of your eyes. "I was blind, but now I see," John 9:25, is not always in the physical realm, especially for Christians. Kingdom sight gives us revelation to the mind of God, happenings on a spiritual level, and self-examination. When doing things through the eyes of Jesus, or you utilize kingdom sight, everything viewed should be done with mercy and with love, setting aside our critical nature and observing in the light of the dispensation of grace. According to the National Eye Institute, light passes through the cornea, the clear front layer of the eye. The cornea is shaped like a dome and bends light to help the eye focus. Some of this light enters the eye through an opening called the pupil. The iris, the colored part of the eye, controls how much light the pupil lets in. Next, light passes through the lens, a clear inner part of the eye. The lens works together with the cornea to focus light correctly on the retina. When light hits the retina, a light-sensitive layer of tissue at the back of the eye, special cells called photoreceptors turn the light into electrical signals. These electrical signals travel from the retina through the optic nerve to the brain. Then the brain turns the signals into the images that you see. The Word is our spiritual cornea and helps us bend the light so we can focus correctly. Prayer is the pupil and iris in our journey. This discipline allows for as much light to enter as we would allow. Preaching is the lens that works with the Word to focus the light. The Holy Ghost, our supernatural retina, turns this received light into valuable data for our lives. If any of these parts are missing, our vision becomes blurry and we are blinded by the lack of light entering our lives. Light is required to begin the process of seeing. In total darkness, the absence of light, we can perceive absolute nothingness. But with the minutest flicker of light, we can perceive things that have been there all along. The more light we place on the subject, the more defined and better the picture of our subject is presented. These observances led me to the conclusion that before we decipher situations and issues, we should seek the light. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. John 8:12. The brighter the light, the more mercy and love, and the greater we may comprehend all things. We are called to rule and reign with Christ. I believe this is one of the most important senses that we can apply to life and disciple according to the Word with compassion. Christ, being the ultimate judge, set this standard in the books that he will open and are now forever settled in heaven. I appreciate someone who lets you know where they stand, and it's backed up by a black and white instruction or a regulation. You are always able to tell for sure where you stand with Jesus.